Good evening and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this evening. Red Star Belgrade versus Celtic. First game in the Europa. Big game for Celtic Football Club. Obviously dropping down to the Europa after not getting into the Champions League. Played a game in Kazakhstan that cost us £20 million straight away, £40 million in total, and it wasn't very good, was it? The fact that Celtic have now dropped down, it is all about just backing the team. There is over 2,000 fans travelled over to Belgrade to back Celtic this evening. I'm sure that they will be in full voice as always. Will this be the day that we win away? Hope so. I hope we get off to a fantastic start. The next day for the first goal. First goal scorer. That'd be cracking if we can get an early one. If we can get an early one straight off the bat and put them under a bit of pressure. Try and get their fans to go against them. Wondering where did you move to, mate? I moved to Canada 16 years ago. I'm in Spain. Stephen, I'm in Spain. About to move again. So yeah, but yeah, no, Canada's fantastic. It's a place that I've always wanted to go. We've got family over there somewhere. Not exactly sure where. Chris says, let's do this. Can we do it? We did a poll before the game in the preview video, and it was 58% said that they were feeling confident about the game tonight. Stephen's going for Scales 1-0. Willie Mann's just seen the team. A big shout out to need to do this first of all. Obviously that is the team, but a big shout out. I've just closed it down, haven't I? Where is it? It's not that one. It's this one. Big shout out to James Beattie. Don't think he'll be watching right now. I don't think he's on the live. He is watching in New Jersey. Sorry, he's in New Jersey watching the game tonight. He was on the live earlier, saying he was out for a walk in between work. He's got his hoops top on. He's got his Celtic Adidas gear, banging it out, smoking his big cigar, big Cuban cigar. There looks fantastic. If you're a cigar smoker, I was going to find a bar in Torrevieja. I couldn't find Murphy's Irish Bar, but they're not playing it. Murphy's Irish, is that the one that's no down the front, is it? Is that the one I told you to go down the seafront? The one down the seafront in Torrevieja should be playing it. Murphy's is a fucking... Call himself an Irish bar. Let's fucking get that many Brits in there. Yeah, that's not down the seafront, is it? John, the truck driving legend, coming from... Is it Dunfermline you through again, mate? I can't remember. I'm sure it is, isn't it? John, the truck driving legend, still the driving god. Evening, Pachuca's favourite Celtic rebel. Ex-Balfour rebel, Dunfermline Celtic. This guy knows far too much about me and my history. He knows a lot about me. I'm on the way down. He's on a run from Inverness and Elgin. That's John the truck driving legend. Hope Braden doesn't wait until he's used the 65th, 70 minutes before bringing on substitutions. Anyone performing poorly should be substituted immediately. Please play the ball forward. I think that the Celtic team will try and play the ball forward. I don't think that there's the players leaving. There's the walk to the fucking hell, that's a walk and a half, isn't it? They're getting dressed in an old building at the back of the stadium. Are you watching this one? This is bonkers. It's like they're at a hotel and they want to walk down a tunnel into the stadium. Oh, it's pissing the rain. Celtic will feel right at home. Pissing the rain. Must be hot though, because they've all got their t-shirts on. But it is absolutely chucking it down. Will that suit Celtic? Sadly, the Shamrock in Guardamar is closed. Yeah, no, he was putting that for sale, wasn't it? Gerard, are you going over to the Hoops Bar? Did you go up to the Hoops Bar to watch it? Yeah, I'm surprised at the Shamrock. He was wanting too much money for it, was he not? I don't know. I really need to try and get to the Hoops Bar this weekend. I might not do a watch along this weekend. I might go to the Hoops Bar. Say one final farewell. Yeah, it's totally pushing down over there. Right, let's get James Beattie off the screen. Coming in from New Jersey. Fantastic. Let's get the team back up. Keep eyes on the team. And remember, this is the league phase. This is the league phase. That's some mad walk for the tunnel. It's like it was an afterthought, wasn't it? It's like, where are we going to put the dressing rooms? Huh? Dressing rooms? Nobody told us you had to build dressing rooms in the stadium. You just said build the stadium. That's what it's like, isn't it? Architects like that. Build a stadium. Build your stadium. Fuck's the dressing rooms, mate. No, there. Questions will be asked around midfield tonight. Martin says he's going for 2-1 tonight. Do you speak Spanish like Brendan Rodgers? No, a little bit. Yeah, enough to get by. Probably not as fluent as him, since he spends quite a lot of time in Spain, in Mallorca, and he has had a lot of Spanish players throughout his career. But no, he's fluent. I work with too many English speaking, and then when you do, and Spanish is a hard language to learn. It's a crazy language. It's not like South American Spanish. You know, if the Americans come in, the South American Spanish is just nuts. But Spanish it's like they've got one word, but it means about 20 different things. It's bonkers. When Hoops get into these mutants, I'm going to say Danny Cassie is in the house. He reckons Maeda will score. The tunnel looks like the street in Drum Chapel. Spray painted. Maybe that's what happened. Stephen Johnson, that's tropical, says David. I'll be watching the game at 7 AM on Saturday in San Francisco. That's just shoot. Scott's just showing off. That is just show. But you need to get up and watch the preview video. So that means you're busy with staying up all night, mate. You're in San Francisco. Just do a Charlie Sheen. It's fucking up all night. Dodgy Box is acting up. It's pissing down, so hopefully their fans won't be over exuberant and enthusiastic. There's Celtic and Red Star coming out the lengthy tunnel. It's mad that they didn't build Baz. I'm saying with my heart 1-1. The rest of the stream in Spanish, please. Not a chance. My Spanish isn't that good for what the fuck are you doing, fucking Yang, you prick. Oh, Jesus. Anyone knows if there are any Celtic Sports Club bars in Tokyo? Go on to CelticBars.com. Go on to CelticBars.com. And you'll find out if there's any, or go on to Twitter and go on to CelticBars.com and ask them, and he'll get back to you. Scott will. Good lad. Yeah, so Carl Lars, go on to CelticBars.com and you'll find if there is a bar in Tokyo. There should be. You would have thought there was. Joe and Baz, the home support is unreal, intimidating over there. It doesn't matter when you're on the pitch. It's, do you know, they're far enough away from the pitch side. It's a big open stadium. Shouldn't really affect the players. Do you know, it's no worries, mate. It's a cracking website. The guy drinks in the Alicante Celtic Supporters Club here in Alicante in Spain, the guy who owns the website. Fish in Scotland's going for 1-1. Red Star fans are kind of the same boat as us, raging with the board. They also did not get into the Champions League, so they've got a lot of they're a bit pissed off as well. But when you cross the line, do you know they've got to face Celtic? And they've got to face Liam Scales. Dies in Maeda. I'm getting nervous already. I can't stand still. I'm like fucking cat on hot coals. Massive stadium for sure. Yeah, it's one of those old school, just huge stadiums. I mean, the fans are well away from the side of the pitch, so I mean, they can make as much noise as they want. It doesn't really need to. Good shout, Baz. That's what I've done. Called all the pubs in California to play the games. Yeah, it's a fantastic website, and that website's been running since 2005, I think. 2005. It's a well established site. It's and he's a good guy that runs it as well. Rain, wet pitch, it's our night. Yeah, I think so. It's a bit like playing in Scotland, isn't it? It's a bit like a Celtic Park night. Kind of a bit of a level playing field for any... But then again, how dirty are their players going to be? How easy are they going to go down? The European football style. How easy will the you know... And Schmeichel. Side to side passing Schmeichel. It's a big night for him. Scales' first goal. I mean, they're saying it's a 4-3-3. But I think you'll find it's more a 4-2-3-1. The way that it was set up. I think so. I think Dyson will up his game tonight. I hope so. I really do. It's a game that Dyson needs to put the misses of the Champions League behind us. There's a minute's silence due to the fact that one of their former captains passed away. That was a quick minute. I watch all my footballs, movies, porn on my illegal. Yeah, the stadium isn't as full, and that's a good thing. Maybe they've seen the forecast and went, fuck that, it's only Celtic. It's a good thing that the stadium isn't full. But then again, once teams get to Celtic Park and the stadium's half empty, fans not agreeing with dropping down from the Champions League. The expectation of a club to get to the Champions League, and then when the club doesn't spend money, the fans just don't turn up in numbers. Fair play to them. But if they lose tonight and it doesn't have the effect with the empty seats, if they do lose tonight, it plays into Celtic's hands. I better get ready to press the button. What's he waiting on? Who's he talking to? Which teams to win it again? Who have I to give penalties to? What is he waiting on? There we go, I'm started. We're off. Underway to a half-empty stadium. And it's not they've got banners up. Is that sack the board banners? I wonder if the TV will zoom in on them is that sack the board banners by the Belgrade mob. This team's here for a taker. I think so, Scott. I think that Celtic could get a result tonight. Bit of nervousness on both teams, just not going all in because of the piston down rain. See how the ball goes on the pitch. Scales, don't pass it back to fucking... Jesus God, man. Celtic still got the ball. Playing a little bit of chess just now, just see what formation they're setting up. It's always good to keep the ball this early. Kasper Schmeichel coming away out, just like what Sinisalo does. Liam Scales going forward now. They are a flat back 4. Celtic have got 3 in attack at that point, but then it's kind of just stopped. This will be a good tactical. Pitch reminds me of Hampden, says Monatic Mick. I mean, there's their keeper, just putting them under a bit of pressure. I mean, their keeper did just do a Schmeichel on him, and he's put them under a bit of pressure, so Celtic do have a throw-in. Hampton. TV licence guy came out our seat. A bunch of guys were in, stripped him, chucked him out. Celtic trying to get a ball forward there, but not coming up to much. Celtic managing to win the ball. Rio Hatate could have closed him down a bit quicker. Celtic closing them down quick, which is good. Quick touch passing there for Rio Hatate. Seems to be one touch pass for Celtic now. Up in the game a bit, knowing that they need to pass with pace, need to pass with accuracy. Kasper Schmeichel way out. This must be a new tactic by Brendan Rodgers. A new tactic by Brendan Rodgers to push the team further up the pitch and use the goalkeeper more. Because I don't think Kasper Schmeichel is overly confident when he's that far, because it takes him about a day and a half to get back into goal. Here's a... Oh, come on, Rio! Don't just play into the position. Look up and see where the player is. That was a good move by Celtic, but Rio Hatate... I mean, Celtic are closing them down from an attacking position, but Rio Hatate kind of went to pass it into a position rather than to the player's foot. Callum McGregor's getting plenty of space and plenty of time on the ball. There's Rio Hatate going for... Oh, that's another poor one for Rio. Come on, Rio. After that amazing pass at the weekend to Tenecti, he's just been a little bit... You just want him just to up the pace a bit. Hatate, all shite or all sugar. He never knows which one's going to turn up. I hope it's the good one that turns up. Celtic narrowing the pitch with the defence, going forward at the back, which kind of gives Red Star a bit more room, especially down the wing. Celtic trying to now push out to close down, but they're leaving spaces. What the hell was that? Benji just rolled along the ground to make a tackle. He just rolled along the ground in front of the boy. What was Benji doing there? He just done like a forward roll to tackle the guy. That was a bit bizarre. Celtic looking comfortable. Red Star are sitting back. I never expected them to sit back, so I mean, we're only 5 minutes into the game, but I'm going to be honest, I thought they would be a bit more of a threat. And maybe they're just sitting back thinking, right, let's see how good this Celtic side are. Let's see how good they are. Dyson closing down quick. Rio trying to close down quick. There's a good interception by Callum McGregor. Tenecti gives it away back to Cameron Vickers, who was in the Belgrade half. There's young Donovan getting the ball. Oh, come on, that's a free kick. Free kick to Celtic on just near the sideline. Oh, it was Yang. Well, fair play for Yang for going down and getting that. Here comes the first chance for Celtic. Can we get a decent cross in? Come on, Celtic. I expect Callum McGregor to be on the outside of the box here. Oh, come on, do not freeze. Are you having a laugh? I just missed it. I missed what happened. I completely missed what happened. Carter Vickers back post. Right, that stream's about a minute behind. This one's on. That one's further forward. Red Stars fans being boisterous. That one's on 7:33. Celtic going forward. Got a throw in. Callum McGregor with the ball. Back to Scales. Back to Cameron Carter-Vickers on the halfway line. Cameron Carter-Vickers reluctant to put it out to Yang, who was on. Had loads of space, to be honest. It's good to see Yang playing right along the line. So Brenda, he is playing a front three with Dyson Maeda right through the middle and Tenecti on the other wing. So he is definitely playing a front three. He's playing a 4-3-3 just to put them right under pressure. Dyson Maeda just about to have a good run there. Oh, that was a bad ball to give away. Because when you give away the ball there, you need to get back quick in defence. And with the three midfielders inside and the other three up front, you've got the wingers down the side of the midfielders that have got loads of space for Belgrade. I mean, Celtic could get caught out of this bit. They've got it's almost 4 against 4, but they've just punted the ball away up the park, and it's going to go right through to Casper, who gives it to Scales, who gives it to McGregor. McGregor turns around, takes 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward, 5 steps, and then passes it sideways to Cameron Carter-Vickers, who's got no one near him. He gives it to Rio. Rio gives a return ball to. That pass was a bit short again from Rio. I've got to say, it was a bit too far in front of McGregor. You're wanting to play to feet. You don't know. There's another shot from them. Rio Hitati's just put it 2 or 3 yards in front of the player. When the surface is as wet as that, you're wanting the ball to be right at your feet so you can control the ball. You're not wanting to be chasing after it. And that's what Rio seems to be doing just now. Yang got took down. I think that's the only thing. It is a big pitch, isn't it? Scales is a nosebleed every time he gets near it. There's Yang. Yang with a pass to nobody. Paul, I think that Rio is the most overrated player that we have. That was a bad ball by Dyson. Celtic getting ripped open a bit here. Scales with... We've kind of lost our shape a bit. We seem to have went to a 4 in midfield, but then Tenecte's now coming up. And to be fair, Tenecte's now in no man's land. He's not marking anyone. He's not putting pressure on anyone. I think at this point, Brendan Rodgers needs to look at the formation and say, you've got to play against what you're playing against. And that's why sometimes I think that the 3 up front, I would rather put more in midfield and be a bit more defensive minded in the midfield so that you can hit on the break. There's a bit of a game of chess. 11 minutes 37 into the game. Now they're starting to use the full width of the pitch compared to Celtic, getting their wingers right on the touchline, which will stretch Celtic. Tenecte on a run forward. Nobody's with him. Rio's trying to get forward now. Oh, come on. Stop playing the ball into an area, Celtic. The pitch is far too wet for this kind of stuff. It's pissing the rain. Play it to feet. But they've had 2 shots on goal. People are saying the negativity. They've had 2 shots on goal. We've had none. So people have maybe got every right to be a little bit negative when it comes to the game. Why has Google not got the stats? It's saying that they've had 1 shot. I've seen 2. In 14 minutes. Celtic are ahead possession-wise, 56% possession, 107 passes. The pass accuracy is at 86%. It's a little bit down on what it normally is, around about 90%. So the stats don't lie. We are at our passes, and they've got a corner coming in here. Good catch by Schmeichel. Schmeichel needs to get the ball out quick here. Come on, Kasper! Too slow. Too slow getting the ball out. We need to be getting the ball out quicker than those. And there's no one making runs either. I mean, why is Rio no further forward? And that's just allowed them to get back into defence. It's just allowed them to get right back into defence. I mean, see when you have a corner like that and the keeper gets the ball. This is when Celtic used to be absolutely fantastic. Can Rio? Nope. It's on the wrong foot for Oath. Cameron Carter-Vickers puts his head in. Good ball there. Hit it, Calmac. Go on. Benji. Passing's just not what it has been. I mean, Celtic are working hard. They are losing their shape a little bit tactically, which has given Belgrade lots of space, especially when we narrow the pitch with the midfielders. And this is, like I say, it's the downside of playing a 3 in midfield. You narrow the pitch at either one side, and it gives Belgrade the other side to quickly move the ball. Any good team, any good passing team, can move the ball quick, swap sides. Hey, Baz, stats don't get goals or points. Yeah, but they tell you the way the game's going, doesn't it? And the fact is they've had more shots on goal than us. So... And pass accuracy does come into it, because at the end of the game, you always know when Celtic's played good when the pass accuracy is around about 91%. And that's statistical, historical data. They've got another corner coming in. In swinger. Back post, and he puts it wide. Puts it wide. That's another chance. I've got to say, if there's anybody looking more likely that's scoring at this point, it's not Celtic. Real Betis. I'll be about an hour away from Seville soon. Might go and watch some decent football done that way. Celtic just not having the killer pass at the moment. 16 minutes into the game. Playing some nice football, but not the killer touch. And we were lucky that Donovan just puts that boy off. Because I tell you one thing, he had an open goal. And it hits the inside of his leg. Celtic back on the ball, trying to do neat little passes, passing it back to Scales. Scales. There's people making runs for Celtic, and we're not making the passes. We're being a bit slow. Yang on the ball. Dyson. Dyson was offside. Miles offside. This is for. Pace of Dyson coming in on the keeper there. I mean, they're starting to get a bit of a rhythm about their game now. Bit of rhythm about their game. They've just stole the ball off us, trying to play out for the back. Ball comes in. Cameron Carter-Vickers just gives it right back to their player. Cross comes in, header, just wide. Another shot on target from them. It's another shot on target. That's about 4. But people say that stats don't lie. Free header as well. If that's on target, that's in. It's coming. Because that's 2 just off target. Celtic coming. They're comfortable. They've watched Celtic. They've watched us. And they've said, just sit back. Because Celtic struggle to beat teams that sit halfway between the box and the halfway line. Set up nice defensively. Celtic struggle. And it's been shown again tonight already. They've had 4 shots on goal. Celtic have had none. 4 shots on goal. Celtic have had none. 20 minutes into the game. Real attack. He steals the ball off them. They're starting to close Celtic down a lot quicker. Celtic need to pick up the pace a bit here. Yang on the ball. Good ball. Yang. I mean, Yang's playing that into a position. He's not looking for a player. Too many of the passes tonight have been played into a position, hoping that somebody runs into that position, rather than head up old school, picking out a player and passing it to the player. I mean, that's Yang and Hatate that have been... I mean, who was Yang passing it to? Vickers way up the pitch. I mean, look at the way that they're setting up. They're setting up two banks right in front of their box. They're like, come on Celtic, come and have a go. Because they know he's offside. He's offside. As soon as he passes the ball, the flag will go up. Nah. Hatate. You had a good cross here, and it's not. Celtic with a throw in. Celtic really need to score here. Good ball in, but nobody there in the middle of the box. Dyson just doesn't get to it. It's a decent cross by Celtic. Kieran Tierney trying to close down players. That's our ball. Scales gives away a free kick. Yang will score a couple now. When they set up like that, we need to play over them. Yeah, we do, but our wingers just... I mean, they're... Oh, come on, Benji. You needed to make that tackle. Sligo boy. Nottingham Forest scoring goals. Nottingham Forest winning 2-1. That's what you want. You want a game with loads of goals. As it currently stands, it's Red Star Belgrade 0, Celtic 0. Celtic are just edging it possession-wise. They are edging it possession-wise, but they're starting to use a bit more of the width of the pitch now. And Tierney's went a bit further up the pitch. And then the Celtic have just slowed the game down. Why are they doing it? Cameron Carter Vickers is standing like this. There's no movement. I mean, there's Rio Tati trying to make a run, but he's just run offside. We're not getting the ball. We're not making the killer passes. It's going to be a long night. And if Celtic do manage to get a result here, if they do, it will be unbelievable. Scales with the ball forward to nobody. Tierney manages to kick the ball out, stop an attack from Belgrade. I think there's more that Celtic have got more than this to offer. I mean, why is Brendan Rodgers not on the side of the touchline, trying to get the fans, trying to get the team moving faster? I mean, there's the first player going down. Because Cal McEnroe is now Paul McStay. Their chances have been challenging to Casper. Yeah, they've not been challenging to Casper, but it's attempts on goal. And as it stands, I mean, they've had More shot. They've had shots on goal. We haven't. I mean, they're sitting with a nice back four. They're now sitting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up front again. You need a quick break here, Celtic. They've got 5 up front against us. Rio Hatate needs to... Why? Jesus. Slow the game down. There was 5 of them right on the edge of our box. 5 of them wiped out the game altogether. And we go for a sideward pass that slows it down. Unbelievable. Joe Hart talking a load of romantic nonsense about football. Full of it. Yeah, he does. He talks a lot of, it's away from home. We just need to calm down a bit. I think that he's a bit of an airy fairy sometimes. Cracking keeper. Better than Schmeichel. Way better than Kasper Schmeichel. Tierney with the ball. Too many balls sideways and backwards for me. I didn't think that we would play like this tonight. Kalmak. Not enough movement from... It's fine having 3 players up front. There's a ball forward. Tierney. Corner to Celtic. Who's our passing coach? No idea. Celtic need to make this count. Celtic need to make it count. Rio Hatate on the edge of the box. Free kick. Oh, come on, get up, mate. Alan Ruff was better than Kasper. Oh. Yeah, Joe Hart's boring to listen to. He does talk about it. He's trying to be good for Celtic, and he's trying to bum up Celtic, and he keeps on going on about, it's all about just getting the performance and, building from this and getting the experience and moving forward. Shut up, Joe, just talk football. Oh, they're on the break here. Scales makes a cracking interception. Absolutely cracking interception by Scales. Fair play to Scales. Cameron Carter-Vickers with the ball away. They get the ball back and have another shot at goal, and it's way over. Way over. In fact, it's that far over that it's... underrated player, Liam Scales. Oh, Joe Hart, for fuck's sake, shut up. He's like that. Scalesy boy. Right, come on, Celtic need to get their passing better. We're just not... There's no killer passes tonight going forward. Brendan Rodgers will talk at half time about the final third nonsense again. I don't want to get to the end of this game and have Brendan Rodgers once again talking about the pass in the final third. I'm getting a bit bored of Brendan Rodgers. I'm starting to get a bit bored of Brendan Rodgers talking about, not having the final pass in the final third. Brendan, you've had 2.5 years now to sort that shite out. Throw in to them. Yang, you put the ball out, you fucking Raj. Go off, nearly. Side netting. Told you it was coming. That was from a throw in. Throw in, diagonal ball to the back post. We're far too... Told you we were getting ripped apart widthwise. They're lucky. That was unlucky for their point of view. Come on, Calmac. That was your ball. You could have had that. Still absolutely chucking it. Chucking it down. It's hard to be positive when Celtic are sucking the positivity out of us, mate. The passing in the final third's terrible. Passing it from... there's a pass forward for Scales, but then Rio Hitati passes it back to Scales. There's Tierney passing it back. It's there's Callum finally grabbing the ball in the midfield to try and get a pass forward. Tierney loses the ball. He gets tackled, to be fair. Play on Celtic. And then we lose the ball. He played on. Played advantage and we fucked it. Rangers against Genk. I'm not. We can complain about the passing, but I think the positional play of the players is woeful. We're getting outmanoeuvred here. Brendan Rodgers has got the midfield playing far too close together. They're basically passing at will down the sides of us. We're getting outnumbered in certain positions on the wings. I mean, look at their players. They're playing three up front. We're playing four at the back, but they've got their two wingers on the touchline. They've got their two wingers on the touchline. We've got our two wingers away in the middle of the park. Come on, go for it. Someone go for it. Yang, come on. Oh, don't go down, Yang. Yang gets a free kick. Tries to play the early ball. Come on, play the early ball. Right, Benji, we need a good delivery from you. We need a real good delivery. Come on, Benji. Lanky, they're a team that... Here comes a free kick. Oh. Straight to the keeper. I mean, that was terrible. Lanky, anybody that watches Celtic every single week, you get the videos at every single game like they would have, just like Cara Almaty, and you know how to play against Celtic. And we don't change it. Brendan Rodgers refuses to change it. And I think that's what annoys a lot of Celtic fans, and that's why we end up playing along the back, because you've got the four along the back, and the midfielder. I mean, we're just playing it along the back again, side to side stuff. Nobody's passing forward. There's Tierney with a final trying to get a ball forward. That's a handball. Rio and Calmac haven't turned up in ages. I mean, they're breaking forward with a bit of intent. I mean, look at that. Look at the space on the wing. Right, move it. Quick ball, Calmac. Oh, why pass it back the way? Why did he pass it back? Puts us under pressure. They've got the ball, taking a shot. Oh, it's off the crossbar, off the corner, the crossbar. And Jesus. Tenecte passed it back now. We even got Tenecte passing it back. Gary says it's brain dead tactics. I mean, Brendan Rodgers obviously told them to push a little bit further forward because we had 4 in attack there playing against their back 4. Yeah, it is sideball McGregor. The whole defence is though. The defenders are, Scales and Cameron Carter-Vickers keep passing it back to each other, trying to get somebody to pass it to. There's Scales finally going to go forward, but nobody's making runs. The movement's terrible. Too static. Yang's away. Yang's got loads of space, but we don't get a quick ball out to him. And now that he's... why not give it to Yang? Jesus Christ. Oh. I can understand why people take A-class drugs now. And drink obscene amounts of alcohol. Because that's what Brendan Rodgers Celtic is doing to you. Casper just gets his finger to that. Oh, come on, Rio. Right, we need to get changes at half time, if you ask me. I mean, there's the keeper just kicking it out. Brendan, you're the manager. Never mind shaking your head and fucking going, what the fuck are they doing? You're the manager. Motivate them. Brilliant save by Casper Schmeichel, 40 at the time. As it stands, I'd take an ugly 1-0 win, says Lanky. Yeah, me too. I would take any win because we're not playing at our best tonight. We're not playing at our best tonight at all. Celtic play every game in Europe for survival, never aggression for the win. So passive, it's frustrating. The life out of me, even the missus is raging. And she doesn't even like the football. Hitati's an empty shirt. I'd be changing this at half time, yeah. It's the AAA now, Baz. What's the AAA? The Alcoholics Anonymous. Is that what that is? Or is it alcohol A-class? I don't know. Ganja and beers. Oh, this is the drugs don't work. But as Brendan Rodgers is the problem. Mon the Tick Max says Brendan's lost it, don't stay another year. Said before it'd be happy with a draw. I did say before it'd be a 1-1 draw. I didn't think Celtic would be so passive and so many passes wayward, even though the stats say that our passing accuracies now went up to 8 to 9%. We've had one shot and one shot on target. They've had 6 shots on goal and 1 shot on target. Come on, why is the midfielder not closing him down? Our midfield needs to be closing their midfield down. Right, Benji's got the ball. He gets it to KT and he just passes it back to Callum. McGregor back to the defenders to change the point of attack. Fucking pissed off with this. Come on, Rio, you're meant to be an attacking midfield player. Why don't attacking midfield players attack anymore? None of our attacking midfielders attack. It's terrible. It's woeful. See, not for the first time Hatate's given the ball away cheaply. Brendan Rodgers is bound to see this. I mean, the commentators are now talking about it. Cross comes in. Oofed! That was so lucky. He fires wide. That was so lucky. They'll be wondering why they're not 1-0 up. I mean, who was man marking him? Was it Scales? Was it Tierney? Scales tries to go for the header and totally mistimes it. 7 attempts on goal to Celtic's 1. I know we're away from home, but come on. No point changing rounds. We're not losing, I suppose. We have to stay with it. No, you can change it because there's... with the amount of misplaced passes that Rio Hatate's made, for instance, as they come forward again, they get another chance. I'll tell you one thing, that was lucky. That was a good blocking tackle by Scales. Give him his due. Celtic need to move forward here fast. Come on, pick up the pace, Celtic. And Celtic just pass it back the way when it was 3 against 3. Tenecte on the ball. They're now doubling up on Tenecte. They know how. Tripling up on Tenecte. Tenecte passes it to Scales. Rio Hatate is in the... Come on, Rio. I'm going to call Rio. Pass back Rio. Tierney. Can he get across it in? Corner for Celtic. I would bring Arne Engels and Luke McCown on in an absolute ball here. I didn't think we were hanging on for half time. Well, we are. That was a terrible corner. Terrible corner. Come on, Tenecte. Why not have McCown on? It's not in his nature to play positive, fast as and move. Yeah. I think that Brendan Rodgers, although he picks his team when he thinks that Dias and Maeda just, he's not getting the service that's needed for a striker. Hatate tackled, free kick on the outside of the box. Now this is in range. This is in range for Celtic. McCown is shite. He scored at the weekend. Statistically, he's doing better than Rio Hatate just now. Statistically. Here's the chance though. Oh, come on, take a shot for there. Don't put a cross in. Why is he not taking a shot for here rather than putting a cross in? That's the story of our free kicks. When's Carter Vickers ever scored for a friggin' header? Half time, 0-0. I thought that Celtic, and there's there's the half-time whistle. I really thought that Celtic would have been better. I'm fed up of hearing Brendan Rodgers talking about the pass in the final third. Do you know, once again, Celtic fans have travelled to various different airports, spent good money travelling, been excited to go and watch the team, and then the team puts in a performance like this in the first half. The stats of the first half don't lie. They've had 7 shots, 1 on target. We've had 2 shots, 1 on target. Some might say, look, the shots on target that count. Well, it's not, it's the shots in total. Pass accuracy for Celtics went up to 89%. Passes has been 327. Possession is 56%. Look, you can sit back. You could sit back on the halfway line. We've had 327 passes. 127 of those passes have been from either Kalmak to or Rio Hatate back to the defenders, and then the defenders passing about at the back. We need to, as soon as Scales starts passing it back, and I'm not just picking out Scales, I'm talking about the whole team. You know, this Brendan Rodgers ideological nonsense of, right, pass it back and change the point of attack. Change the point of attack where they're not moving, they're static. Bringing it back to change the point of attack, it's like, well, they're not moving. So what fucking good does it do? You could sit with a back 4, you could sit with 2 banks of 4 between the halfway line and the box, and Celtic can't get through it. They just can't get through it. Brendan Rodgers again has to be thinking, how's Dyson passing so bad today? Dyson Maeda's passing's been terrible. We've not got the service in. We're playing the midfield. They're playing too narrow compared to them. They're using their wingers on the wing. We're bringing our wingers inside. That's just, we need to change things. Tenecti not being able to play. They're doubling up on Tenecti. They knew that he was a player. You're wanting, if Tenecti gets the ball, what happened to the good old days when your winger gets the ball, your fullbacks come up and help the winger out? They either overlap to do overlapping runs, or they make space for the winger to then pass the ball, and then you do a reverse pass to the winger. What happened to... We're sucking the life out of the talent of football players. We're training football players not to just play football. We're training football players to play positions, and that's what Brendan Rodgers and his modern football tactics is doing. He's training players to just play the position. Forget what talent you've got. Pity I've got work in the morning. A few vodkas would be nice. We'll get 3 points. Right now, Brendan will stick into the game plan. We have it in the locker. I'm not too sure. McCowan, constant go-to guy. I think McCowan brings... Our midfielders, you're meant to be an attacking midfielder. When you get the ball, when Rio Hatate gets the ball, and he turns it back the way, a good attacking midfield player... You think John Collins getting the ball and going backwards. You think about Paul McStay getting the ball and going backwards. You think about Tommy Burns getting the ball and going backwards. Never happen. Absolutely never happen. Scott says this would be better with a change of formation. Yep. Play 3-5-2. Flood the midfield because they're using the width of the pitch with the 4 in midfield. And we're just not getting anything. We need to change something. But Brendan Rodgers won't change it. He won't change his tactics, and we're going to go into the same half with all the same. He'll tell them to, get your passing a bit quicker. Fucking I would be going absolutely mental. What the fuck was that pish? What was that pish? That was shit. How many missed passes are you going to make? Ugh. It frustrates. We know that we're better than this. We know that we can play better football. We thought when it was raining, we're thinking, yeah, that's a leveller. That's a bit of a leveller. Do you know, we can, maybe the stadium's not full. Bonus. There were so many bonuses starting this game tonight. And then you go out and you pass it back at the back. 3-5-2 all day. Yep, it's got 3-5-2 now. We've got the players on the bench. Look at the bench. We've got 2 strikers on the bench. You could take Yang off. Do you know, you could put fucking Dyson on the other side. He might not be great on that side, but at least he gets some out on the wing with his pace. Put 2 wingers on. Put Anecho. Put Kelechi on. Put Kenny on. You know, keep Dyson Maeda. Put Kelechi on as well. Then you've got big Kelechi that can palm the ball down. Take Donovan off. Keep Ralston at the back. And go 3-5-2. Steve McDonald says, Baz, we need 5 new players. Have a cup of tea and some custard creams. McGregor nearly cost us a goal with a stupid little back passes set with diving upfield with the ball. There's so many players that are doing back passes, not just Callum McGregor. You've got 2 attacking midfield players that are not attacking. They're not taking the ball. They're not turning and trying to take on players. Rodgers would take a 0-0 just now. Get a draw and people will call Brendan Rodgers masterclass. Not a chance. When we played it in Italy and we got a draw in the Champions League last year, this team is garbage compared to what we played. The teams we played in the Champions League last year, this team's garbage. We would beat this team if this was last year. We'd be way ahead of them. Way ahead of them. David Hunter, welcome to the One Celtic Fans View membership. Many times has Maeda been caught offside, still not happy with the verbal agreement. People in graveyards passing better than Hatate. Boo! Liking Big Joe Hart on the commentary. Given it that Celtic could just need to ease into the game. You twisted. I think Joe Hart must listen to a bit of Happy Mondays. Comes, oh baby, Joe Hart's like, yeah, Celtic just need to ease into it. He's got fucking Bez in the background getting it with his fucking maracas. Oh Jesus. Wrong side again. Canteen, Hatate, Sin McGregor, and midfield is poor. Yes, exactly, Scott. That's what I'm talking about. When you look at the teams we played in the Champions League last year, and we beat easily, this team is nothing compared to what we played in the Champions League, and that's what's disappointing about it. You know, we could have went away from home and we could go out and make a real big statement. Brendan Rodgers has still got it in him. He's got 45 minutes to do it. Can he make enough changes? Can he make enough changes at half time to the mindset of the players? For me, I'm going to go, Rio, you've got 15 minutes to improve or you're off. Fucking off. I'm sick of your pish. Fucking get your translator in and see what that says. I'm sick of your pish. Sick of your pish. Pass in. And just tell them as it is. I don't care if a player needs a wee cuddle. Come here, son. Fucking, come on. You're fucking shite. Anyway, Yang has not done much in the first half. Packy was saying the same on the wings, Baz. Our wingers are coming in too far. You know, wingers are meant to play on the wing. And Brendan Rodgers wanting this 3-pronged attack. It was great for the first 10 minutes. The 3 were in line with each other. They were pressing against the defenders. They were in between the back 4. But ultimately, you want your wingers to play up and down the wing. You want your fullbacks to work in conjunction with the wingers. Overlapping runs, triangle passes, getting past players in attack. Then you've got your attacking midfield players coming into play to help the attack out. Celtic have got 3 midfield players playing in this much space on the pitch. They've got wingers playing in just a little bit wider, where they've got their wingers right out on the touchline. And if you want a quick, but we play a really good team in this, and we're going to get spanked playing like this, because one good pass out to a decent winger that's just going to run at your back line. And I tell you one thing, it's not great. The wingers need to come in and help out the midfield. That's why KT is playing inverted fullback as well. But Brendan Rodgers needs to know that his formation's wrong then. That tells you that what you've just said, Lanky, is that Brendan knows we should be playing a 3-5-2. It's as simple as that. He knows we should be playing a 3-5-2. And Dyson in Rio is Japanese for diarrhea. Joe Hart is bullshit of poetry. Rio's just not interested. It's a Champions 6-7. Red Star aren't a bad side. They have some quality midfield players, yeah. Yep. But I'm tempted to turn over and watch the Ryder Cup. Oh, God. Is that on one of the porn channels? Oh, Jesus. We need to run at them, and we're not running at them. Rio's never getting taken off. He could be having the worst game ever and he'll stay on. Maeda doesn't just want to be here, no matter what position he's in, says Michelle. Michelle comes in and drops a bomb saying that Dyson's just not interested. He is. He's just, his runs have been... He's expecting passes. And you're not getting the passes. Shocking statistics once again, one shot on goal. Well, the stats as it stands is 2 shots, 1 on target. They have had 7 shots, 1 on target. You've got to remember, they've only had 44% possession and they've had 7 shots on target. Celtic have been passing it about around the back and we've had 56% of possession. Means nothing. We've had 327 passes. 127 passes have been between Cameron Carter-Vickers to the midfield, to Liam Scales, to Liam Scales, to Cameron Carter-Vickers, Cameron Vickers to McGregor, who then decides to pass it forward. Sometimes, maybe passes it back. Pass accuracy sitting at 8 to 9%. Fouls have been committed 3, offside twice, and they've had 2 corners each as it stands. Now, Celtic are currently sitting 7th position in the Europa. We need to talk about the league phase because as it stands, we're not doing too bad. There are teams like Feyenoord below us. I don't know how. But there's a lot of teams that haven't played. There are teams that are getting beat and they're way down the bottom of the league. I mean, you could be Real Betis. You could be Basel. You could be Malmo, who are getting beat 2-1. You could be Basel, who's getting beat 1-0. You could be Real Betis coming out of Seville, who are getting beat 2-1 by Nottingham Forest. What the fuck is Ange doing? Ange is winning in Europe again. Oh my days. Can Ange do a double? Oh my God. Can you imagine if he'd done the double and beat Celtic in the final? Anyway. Sitting top, who's that? No idea. Nottingham Forest are sitting 3rd in the league as it stands. Celtic at 0-0 are sitting 7th position. Celtic only need to score 2 goals to go joint top of the Europa League. Let's get some positivity about this. We need to score. We score 2 goals and we can go top of the league. Top of the league. Looking down on everyone. Jesus. It's not Jesus. Oofed. Not bad, but not in Forest. Over in Belgrade. Cameron Carter-Vickers had a fantastic opportunity and put it wide. Never even hit the target. Now you've got John Kennedy when coming back on, talking to Brendan Rodgers. That must have been an interesting conversation. Rogers with his coffee. If he was Spanish, he would have a nice wee alcoholic beverage next to it. Stilian Petrov. We need to up the tempo, says Stilian Petrov. Every Celtic fan is saying we need to up the tempo. Definitely need to up the tempo. It's a game that's there for the taking. Lots of positives the way they started the game. Lots of positives that they don't have a full house. It's not capacity. Lots of positives that it was raining. It's a bit like playing the weather in Glasgow, so just a little bit hotter. Do you know, it was there for the taking. Let's hope that Brendan Rodgers has worked his magic at half time and Celtic come out with a bit of fire in their belly. Daizen Maeda's off, Kelechi's on. Wow. Daizen Maeda has been yanked off at half time. Shock, horror. Oh my days. Brendan Rodgers is just taking him off altogether. He's taking Daizen off. Holy shit. Well, that'll get the headlines tomorrow. Daizen Maeda yanked off at half time. Not putting the effort in, according to Brendan Rodgers. Is he not putting effort in, or was he not getting the service? That one will get Celtic fans talking. Was he the right person to be taken off at half time? They're making a substitution as well. Well, I'll be honest, I never thought that Daizen Maeda would get taken off at half time. Rio should have been off at half time. Get into them, Kelechi. And that is, let's face it, he's done F all. Rio should have been off at half time. Won't make a difference if there's no ammunition to help. Well, you could say that it's the runs. Do you know it's the runs? Talking about the runs. Maeda just is leaving like Kyogo. Yeah. Daizen will be away at Christmas. And he is maybe just going, oh, fuck it. Celtic will win the game. Daizen was always offside, which shows lack of awareness. Yeah, Daizen's head left at the summer, but his body stayed, and he doesn't want to be here. Daizen was always offside, which shows low lack of. Just proves that Maeda's head isn't in it. That'll shock. Watch this one at the back post. No, it doesn't go at the back post though, thank goodness. Scales gets the ball away. They're starting the game. Well, they pass back to the keeper. That'll do Celtic nice. Celtic now they seem to be pushing two up front. Kieran Tierney puts it out for a corner. Vodka and Coke. Iron Brew. Paz, my 4-year-old grand says, can you say please in Spanish? Por favor. Por favor. Nobody really says por favor. It's porfa. Corner comes in. Try to get away. Ball comes back in. What's Yang still doing on the pitch? That's what a lot of fans are asking. Terrible. Hatate just... He gets the... They're talking about... Talking about a sweepstake on how long before we get a striker. Yeah, me. Far too slow. Just seen a comment on the forum saying that Celtic want £45. Yeah, they do. For the home games. Tenecti to score. I still think that Tenecti could score. Oh God, here we go. Good challenge by Carter Vickers. Celtic just punting the ball forward. Have we changed formation a bit? That was a good one by Carter Vickers. Come on, Kalmak. Keeps the ball though. We do need more fight in midfield. There's Benji trying to make a run, but come on, Scales, play the ball quicker. Jesus, play it quicker. We take too long on the pass. I mean, Tenecti he had no one near him. Here's a ball for Tierney. Oh, what is Tierney doing? Benji takes a shot and it's scored. I think that was the wrong ball for Tierney. He should have passed it along the front of the box. There were a couple of people right in the middle of the box. I mean, he should have passed that to Kelechi. Kieran Tierney got that all wrong. Should have passed it to Kelechi. Kelechi has an open goal. He's onside. Kelechi was onside. It's a bit better, Celtic. Kieran Tierney seems to be awfully reluctant to go forward. Kieran Tierney of old would be right out on that touchline and would be getting right. Oh, here we go though. Oh, Kelechi misses. Keeper saves. Kelechi doesn't touch the keeper. Was his knee? Yeah, it is a bit more positive. I think Kelechi's more chance of scoring now. KT's playing the inverted fullback to help the midfield. I don't think that's his best position. 3 months ago, you would never imagine Maeda first to be replaced. Not just replaced, but hauled off at half time. Changed at half time. That's a statement. Celtic will be lucky to get 10 million for... Yeah, it should have been A goal, Scott. Bring back Nakamura. Yeah, I'd give it to Kelechi. I still think Kelechi will score. Oofed! Jesus, keeper saves it again. Irishman in Porto says he remembers seeing this keeper when he was at Braga. Used to pray that Hatate would stay. He won't be a loss, really won't. Him or Young. They've opened up right at the back. We've changed formation. We have changed formation. What the hell was that for Casper? He's gone for 5 million. Yeah, he probably will be. Celtic will have mucked that one right up. Looking at one at Cabo Roig. Colin's some man, isn't he? Paradise World videos. He talks a load of nonsense half the time. He put up a video the other day where he was walking down the market in Torrevieja, and I'm like, Colin, that's an old video you put out. I remember when you put the video out the first time. Celtic going forward. Benji on the ball, taking players on. Finally gets the ball to Kelechi. Kelechi, yes! Yes! Come on! Told you he would score. Yes! Told you he would score. Brilliant for Brendan Rodgers at half time. Brilliant. Taking off Dyson Maeda at half time. Benji taking on players, gets the ball into Kelechi, bang, goal. One touch, takes the shot in the back of the net. Celtic 1-0 up. You'd never have thought that in the first half. Oh, go on, big man. I mean, this was all in the making for Benji. It's all about the space. The big man's got the space. He stands there, stands firm. It's all about the pass. Pass right into his feet. One touch, takes a shot, goal. Absolutely fantastic. What a player. Absolutely. Whatever, Brendan Rodgers changing the formation, changing things up in the first, right from the second half, and it's worked a treat. So fair play to Brendan Rodgers. I did say that this would be a big competition for Brendan Rodgers to prove that he is a master tactician, to prove that he can get things done and he can change it. He changed it at half time. Fair play to him. Because if he didn't change it at half time and we kept on going to the 60th, 70th minute, there'd be a lot of people saying he needs to change it now. Benji playing in that more further forward position seems to be doing well. And I've got to say, the big man, Kelechi, get the ball in at your feet. That's where you want it as a striker. You want it right in at your feet so that you can turn and you don't even have to think about it. You know, he controls it, turns, shoots, goal. That's it. That's all you want to do as a striker. When strikers overthink things, that's when they tend to lose. That's when they tend to miss goals. Give him at his feet, one touch, control it, turn, bang, in the back of the net. They've now got a corner. Fair play to Rodgers. He was dreadful. I last year. Header in. It's a bit bouncy all over the place. There's a Celtic player down holding his head, so that gets the ref to blow the whistle. Oh, I need to change the score. I'd say I forgot to go. That's because I need to find one that's automatic. I just want to watch the football. I'm not wanting to concentrate on changing things. Oh. Penalty check. There was no penalty there. None. Oh, come on. Kasper Schmeichel passes it straight out and puts them under pressure. Young Colwood Donovan has the ball, gets a great ball forward. Oh, we're passing a bit better now. One touch pass. Yes, Brendan Rodgers has told them, stop fucking holding the ball up. Looking a lot better. Come on, Kelechi. Just changed the score to 2-0 now. Oh, Jesus. Now it's all in our hands. Can't hear the Red Ultras now, can we? It's all in our hands now. Celtic. Could this be the day that we win away? I did sing it before the game. Is this the day that they win away? Was that Yang? Jesus. Is Donovan going to be another KT success story? Yes. Yes, definitely. He might not go for 25 million. I don't think that he's his attacking going forward. Big Rab, where are you off to? I'm just seeing. Up at 3 a.m. to travel to London. Oh, KT's down. He's holding his knee. Tierney has holding his knee. Oh no. He's holding his knee. No, it's fine. Oh, Jesus. Give us off right there. Master stroke, but yeah, Falcon, you've got to give it to Brendan Rodgers. You've got to give Brendan Rodgers praise when he deserves it. And we all said that we needed a change at half time. Nobody expected Dies and Maeda to come off at half time. Let's face it. Nobody expected that. For the manager to take your so-called number one striker off, playing him out of position, playing him through the middle in his supposed best position, and bring on Kelechi. That was a massive statement by Brendan Rodgers. I mean, he must have walked up that tunnel in the 2 minutes that it takes to get back to the dressing room, and he must have walked in and just went, "You're fucking shite tonight. You're fucking shite. You're not going back out. Get changed. Kelechi, you're on." Must have been as simple as that for Brendan. And fair play to him, because it worked. Because Celtic are now 1-0 up away from home in Europe. They've got a free kick. Ball comes in. Takes a little bit of deflection and it's out for... I thought that was off a Celtic head, but it wasn't. It's out for a throw-in. Dyson needs to be on the bench. Dyson needs to prove that he wants to be at Celtic and he wants to stay at Celtic. Well, that he wants to play. If not, I mean, he knows he's going to get a wage rise when he leaves Celtic, and I think it's poor by him. The many times he was offside. KT is never going to last the season. Hatate. Oh, Benji was unlucky there. Nice ball by Donovan forward though. That's the kind of ball that you want your fullbacks to play. Yeah, talking about Donovan, people asking if he's going to be a success the same as Kieran Tierney. I think they're two different types of players. He's a proper old school fullback as Donovan. I don't think that he's one that's going to get rapid runs up the pitch like what Kieran Tierney used to do. But I think when he does, and he'll get into position, he needs a good winger. I think if Donovan, he'll be a fullback that'll end up playing in a team, hopefully Celtic, that has a manager that has fantastic wingers and they can overlap and they can, you know, the old way that McNamara and Donnelly used to play for Celtic. There's a cracking, oh, come on, Yang. Tenecti, sorry. The way that Donnelly and McNamara used to play together. I mean, they were fantastic as a duo going up and down the side of the pitch. And I think that young Donovan needs someone on the wing like that so that he can have that connection. And that will give him longevity in the Celtic. Never pictured Maeda being down tools and being half-assed. Oh, don't say it's 1-1. Cameron Carter-Vickers. Corner coming in. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's an own goal, isn't it? Is that an own goal? All in our hands. All in our hands. Unbelievable. I mean, Cameron Carter-Vickers, the guy's in front of Cameron Carter-Vickers. Too static. Not closing the ball down enough. Skills, poor defending. Celtic doing what Celtic do. Couldn't even hold the lead for 10 minutes. Unbelievable. Just when you're getting excited saying Celtic, could this be the day that we win away? It's now 1-1 and they've got the upper hand. And they're the team that are getting motivated with their home fans. I did say 1-1. Jesus. Offside. They're trying to play for a penalty. Cameron Carter-Vickers. Yeah, I can't wait to. I'm going to be honest. I can't wait to Casper retires as well. I just think that. I think young Sinisalo Engels for real. James Forrest coming on as well. That means Yang's coming off. Yang's been shite, to be honest. I don't know how Yang gets the start of the game. I would have started with James Forrest. Bollock washer. Right, come on, Jamesy Forrest. It's unbelievable that in 2025 we're still calling on James Forrest to come on and make a difference for Celtic. Kasper Schmeichel just doesn't do it for me. His body language sometimes. Come on, Brendan, this is where you make your money. Yang and Attack have been shite. Yep. Two goals in how many games? Can't be that bad. Sinisalo, no goals. Just saying. Sinisalo is the better keeper, in my opinion. Kasper's had a great career, but his time's up. Yeah, it's all about who is in form. And I've said before, I said that I think that right now, young Sinisalo is the better keeper. I mean, there's no use talking about historical and what's happened historically with goalkeepers. Any player. What's happened in the past has happened. You can't live off reputation. You can only live on the here and now. And in the here and now, Sinisalo's the better keeper. His reaction time, he's passing the ball out for the back, everything is just better. But Kasper's in goal, so let's hope he can get a good couple of saves. Callum McGregor's going forward, pushes the ball out. Tenekti, can he make a good... Oh, he gets tackled right on the edge of the box. Oh my God, Donovan just went for a sliding tackle and let it... Celtic now, I've got a game of it. Carter Vickers is rubbing his leg. There was demonstrations against their own board tonight as well. Remember, they lost out and going into the Champions League. So, but the thing is, see all these people that are boycotting games and not going to games. As soon as you get to the later stages, crisps and olives. When it gets down to the later stages of the competition, see all the people that are sitting at home boycotting it. Oh, they'll all want tickets then though, won't they? You know, if Celtic get into the last 16, last 8, you wait how many people start trying to get tickets. Kelechi again! Oh, unlucky. Why is the keeper staying down? He's an idiot. Offside. Oh, come on, get up, you. Keeper's at it. Yeah, it was a crisp. Huh. But he doesn't need to lie sparkled as if he'd just been hit by Mike Tyson. Schmeichel was at no man's land. Yeah, I love them. Eat 8 olives. and you'll let them. How many olive cheese you got, Irishman and Porto? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got quite a few, but not for much longer. Thank goodness. I'm moving to a place that grows different types of stuff. A bit more tropical. Olive oil is good for you. Yep. Is olive a grape? No. Yeah, well, it's kind of like it's like a. Tastes good. Tastes like olive oil. Good for you. Avocados will be my thing. Moving to a place that grows loads of avocados. In fact, all the avocados that you probably get in the UK come from this area of Spain. I see Glasgow Rebel, the olives that you get back home are bitter. The olives that you get here, they're that fresh that they're not bitter at all. Because I never used to like olives because I thought they were far too bitter. And then when you get them here, it's like oranges. See when you get orange juice, see when you take oranges off the tree and then you juice the oranges straight off the tree, they're sweet as anything. You make orange juice back home and it's bitter. And I was like, ugh. Take oranges off the tree, crush them first thing in the morning. Just further down the coast in Spain, mate. Bit more tropical coastline. Donovan. Good wee ball for Donovan. James Forrest to the back post and there's nobody there. Callum McGregor to Donovan. Donovan could have taken a couple. Kind of closed down and James Forrest with a bit of space moving forward. Kelechi just getting Celtic putting them under a bit of pressure here. We need to make this count. Tenecti needs to just get a couple of crosses in, get his confidence up. Here he goes though. Can he get the turn? No, he can't get the cross in. It's a corner to Celtic. Oh, come on, Tenecti. Is this the cooking channel? I grow Irish Republican avocados. Right, here comes your man, your £11 million man with a corner. In swinger. Keeper manages to punch it back out. Kalmak headers the ball back in. Scales flicks the ball in and there's nobody there to take it. That's how boring the game is. We're doing a cooking show. Yeah. It's kind of that 70-minute mark where everything calms down, isn't it? It would take a full olive tree to make about a litre of olive oil. Maybe less than a litre. No, it wouldn't. I think you'd be surprised how many olives you get off an olive tree on a good season. Tenecti's coming off. I mean, you can get millions, I'm talking millions of olives off one tree. Celtic making a change. Cameron Carter-Vickers with the ball, playing it for the back. Needs to play it forward, places it to Tierney. Tierney passes it back to the keeper. The inability for the Celtic team to go forward at pace is telling. Oh, for goodness sake, Kasper Schmeichel! What did I tell you? What did I tell you? It's a tree, just leave a coin. Schmeichel. Schmeichel's unbelievable. I stand by my Sinisalo's the better keeper. I stand by that. Look up the stats on what an olive tree will yield. Go Google. I don't need to go to Google. They don't yield every single year the exact same. This year, oh my God, this year olive oil prices will go way up because the yield's way down compared to last year. One year you can have a fantastic crop. This year, for no unknown reason, the crop's completely shite. Our defence is coached by Mr. Rumble. It's been served old and slow. Casper has done Sinisalo all day long, says Scott. Yeah, I think so as well. We need to give Sinisalo. Surely Casper hangs up his gloves after a season. Yeah, well, he's on about going back home to play. And I'd send him back home now to play, to be honest. Casper got a cheeky blame. But got to blame someone else for that. Oh, yeah. James Forrest doing what James Forrest does well. They're starting to just get more and more into the game now. I think Donovan's inexperience now starting to shine through at this level. Come on, Celtic. Come on, you've got... Oh, come on. You've had 4 against 3. It's a yellow card. It was a good... Schmeichel won't lose his place as Daddy Brendan will keep him. Good European football, that. Piss off. Somehow the board will see this as a positive result. I think that if we get the draw, I mean, I said 1-1 before the game. I did say 1-1 before the game. And I would retain 1-1 all day long. If we can win the game, we can get right up the Europa League. Because that's what it's about. As we've got one of these floaty crosses coming in. Back post. Doesn't get to a Celtic player. Goes out for a throw. Looks like Tierney's going to come off. As it stands, Celtic are now down in 7th position. 8th position now, sorry. 8th position. Now remember, you need to finish in the top 8 to automatically qualify for the last 16 of the Europa. So Celtic are currently in the 8th position with this 1-1 draw. Teams that are at the top of the table just now are only winning 2-0. 2-1 would jump us way up the league. Way up the league. That's how close this is. Goals. Oh my goodness, Casper, don't do that. Carter Vickers' knee's gone, I think. Can Celtic finish in the top 8 of the Europa? Still a lot of games to be played tomorrow. When you look at the teams that are down the bottom of the league's 36th position, Sturm Graz, 35th position, Basel, 34th position, Feyenoord, who Celtic play, Real Betis are 33rd, Nice are in 32nd position, Malmo are in 31st position, and Fenerbahce are in 30th position as it stands. So it's not all bad for Celtic. I mean, at least you're away up there. Obviously, with the score lines tomorrow night, can push Celtic away further down the league. We know how it played out in the Champions League last year. But I really think that Celtic need to be aiming for top 8 in this competition. If Brendan Rodgers and his backroom staff want to see Celtic making inroads in the European context, I think that we need to be finishing top 8 to automatically qualify. Because when Celtic go into playoffs, we're never that great in playoffs, as we've proven over the many, many years. Porto play tomorrow. Filmed their training this morning. That's just showing off, eh? Yeah. Alright, lads, I filmed their training this morning. Hey! Fucking just went it. Oh, I'm just jealous, mate. I am totally jealous of your job. Totally jealous of your job. Hibs are the bigger match. Wouldn't surprise me if we drop points after that, Malcolm. And who cares? I don't think we'll drop points. Sarachi on a yellow card already. Great. It was a bit high. Even Scales was pissing himself laughing. Genk will do the Huns. Let's hope so. They've got a free kick. Can Celtic defend? I mean, their number 4 has got loads of space at the back. Loads of space. I don't know. Five minutes to go. It's still Red Star Belgrade 1, Celtic 1. Fantastic result for Celtic on paper, but oh, Jesus Christ. Why is... I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. Because I'll get criticised if I call out Casper anymore and negatives to Casper. There's another cross about to come in. Back post. That number 4 that I told you about. They're putting on Celtic under a bit of pressure here. They are the team in ascendancy, and it's a wide again. They see Scales is pish. I never said a word about Scales. I'm talking about Casper. I'm talking about Casper. There's another corner coming in from this lot. Keep your focus, says Joe Hart. Keep your focus. No penalty kick. Goalkeeper is Bash. Oh my goodness. Celtic playing. Scott, I've never even said anything about Scales. There's people in the comments. I'm just reading comments. People saying Scales is pish. Casper is a ghost. I'm going to start putting the comments on the actual screen when I'm reading them out. All I'm doing is reading the comments out. Oh, come on. Shot. Casper makes a dive as if he's like woof, and then rolls about the pitch. And fucking hell, did you see that? I've still got it. Casper seems to be edging towards the word. I'm going to read this out, put it on the screen because I get stick for reading things out and people think it's my opinion. Casper consistently costing us. Ever since Hampden, mate. He gets it hard all the time. Who's sir? I'll take a draw away from home in Europe all night long, but we could have won it. Sinisalo or Duhan? Sinisalo. Scales is better than CCV so far. Yeah, he is. He is. Oh. Come on, Jamesy Forrest. Jamesy Forrest with the ball. Cracking ball. Oh, it can't. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, gee, who was that to? Oh my goodness. I've not even set up a full-time video. I'll do it in the morning. We'll do a reaction video at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. In fact, I'll do it at 9 o'clock. It does seem to be that Celtic are hanging on for the draw. 5 minutes extra time. This is Bruges all over again. Don't say that, kid keeper. Jay Christie says I would retain a draw at the start. Well, if you go back to the game, the video before, I did put 1-1 down. But I didn't think they would play so bad in the first half. I think if we'd played like this in the first half, we could have had. Unlucky. Come on, Celtic. They're definitely trying to. He's offside now. Corner. Block. No, it's ours. Sick of Calmax says, keep the faith. Come on, Celtic, says the Pope. Not bruise unless CCV puts it in his own net. Oh, don't, because I think that was the last time that Cameron Carter-Vickers played, wasn't it? And then he went missing for a couple of years in European competition. I don't know whether it was 5 minutes for you. Just don't lose it now. Yeah, I'm gutted after going 1-0 up as well. It was in our own hands. I think it was a bad goal to give away. When you think you have all the positives at the beginning of the Celtic seem to have no teeth. At the beginning of the game, all the positives, the fact that their stadium was half empty. In paradise found. Come on, we can get another goal. We can get another goal here. I can feel it as well. Come on, Celtic. Definitely playing a 4-2-3. Why didn't we play a 4-2-3-1 at the beginning of the game? Brendan Rodgers played a 4-2-3-1 during pre-season. He played 4-2-3-1 at pre-season and then he changed it to the 4-3-3 for tonight's game. But why? We've played better playing the 4-2-3-1 formation. It's just, it drives you nuts. Roma away win. Yeah, Scott, it's a good result, but when you think that we could have, if this was last year, Celtic would be beating this team all day long. Kelechi's just been guarded. Big respect to Donovan, says Jay Christie. Yeah, you've got to say that young lad has been phenomenal for Celtic. Absolutely phenomenal. I think there was a couple of times tonight where you just show that his inexperience is kind of shone through, and he's beginning. You could see him beginning to tire a bit, playing at this level. Fantastic achievement for the young lad, getting a draw away from home with Celtic. 1-1 away in Europe, our past record, I'll take it. Yeah, it's a good result. But as Celtic fans, we always look at what could have been. And the fact that Brendan Rodgers changed the system, changed it to 4-2-3-1, why didn't he play that at the start? It's the best formation that Celtic could play. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Can Celtic, with a long throw down the wings, can the ball goes out for another throw in? Been a good game, been a good start to European football. Getting results away have been difficult. I'm not disappointed, says Del Boy. It's a throw into Celtic. I just think that, yeah, let's accept that it was a good result, but let's not pretend that we could have been better on the evening, because we could have been. We could have been. Good game, says Joe Hart. I know, that's what I was saying. Baz, gives peace. A piece of what? Well, you can't chuck your pieces at the 20-story flat. Just waiting on the full-time whistle going. Will he blow the whistle right now? And that's it. Game over. Point for Celtic. Celtic won. Red Star Belgrade, you've got to say, on paper, it is a fantastic result. Yeah, it could have been better. Could have been better. T1 says a lot of positives to take for that game. Yeah, there is a lot of positives to take. I think that anyone that thinks that it was going to be an easy game, I said I would take a 1-0 before it. And I said I would take one. Wait a minute. Just saving this video. I said that I would take a 1-0, 1-1 before it. I thought that they would have been better. I've got to admit, I don't think that. I think they weren't as good as what I expected them to be. I thought they were going to be better than that. I thought they would have had a full house. I thought they're a stadium. They've got a reputation of being a really hard ground to go to. The stadium was half empty. That was a bonus for Celtic. The atmosphere, bonus for Celtic. Piss in the rain, bonus for Celtic. Celtic never got off to it in the first half. Celtic toiled to get into the game. They too much side to side passing back forward between the two defenders. Brendan Rodgers, the big talking point of the match is Brendan Rodgers hauling off Dyson Maeda at half time. Nobody would say that Dyson Maeda would be hauled off at half time. People spoke about Brendan Rodgers making changes in the midfield, maybe taking Rio Hatate off, maybe taking Tenecti off because he wasn't really doing much, maybe taking Yang off because he was ineffective as well. But Brendan Rodgers went, no, we're going to change the formation completely. We're playing a 4-3-3 formation. Brendan Rodgers completely changed it and went 4-2-3-1, which paid dividends in the first minutes of the second half. Celtic obviously went on to score that goal. It was a cracking ball from Benji, making a run forward, gets the ball right into the feet of Kelechi. Kelechi takes one touch to control it, turns, takes a shot in the back of the net. 1-0 Celtic is in our hands. Is this the day that we win away? We start to believe it. Within 10 minutes later, they scored a goal from a corner. Yes, they scored a goal from a corner. It wasn't a corner, was it? It was all over the fucking place. But anyway, it was one that could have been. Where are all the Kalechia's pish gang tonight? I'll never say he's pish. That's the starter. Bernardo needs to start surely. Hatate shouldn't start. There's a lot of things that people could say. Maybe this should have happened. That should have happened. You know, that certain players should have started, shouldn't have started. But when it comes down to it, we are now sitting in the Europa League, and position-wise. Celtic are sitting in 9th position, and we'll finish the evening on ninth position. There's other teams have scored to go above us. So top of the table is Dynamo Zagreb. They're sitting on 3 points. Michelin sitting on 3 points, and then you go the way down. Real Betis. Real Betis. What a change from them, because Real Betis were way down the bottom of the league, and Real Betis must have scored late on, because they have jumped above Celtic. Don't know how they've managed that, because we're both on. They scored 2 goals. They scored 2 goals. That's how they're above us. So it is going to come down to goals in this competition again. Celtic being pushed down to 9th position. Tomorrow night when the games kick off, Celtic will unfortunately go down the league even further due to the fact that teams will win games. Celtic need to get their act together when they play their next game, which is at home in Europe against Braga. Do you know what? It's not a bad position to be in tonight. I'll take the draw. There's a long way to go in the Europa League. When you look at it, we could have done better. The first half, I'm going to say, was a bit of a disaster. Fair play to Brendan Rodgers. I think that we need to give Brendan Rodgers a little bit of credit where credit is due, because to take off Dyson Maeda was a big statement. Was a massive statement. Well, Badger prediction 1-1. We should have won by 2 or 3 goals. Where was that comment? It's the first game. Yeah, no, it's the first game. Chill pill, but come on. If we had played that formation the first half, we could have won it. What Brendan sees in training makes him think he needs to play. I have no idea. Tom Thompson says, well, Badger prediction of 1-1. We should have won by at least 2 or 3 goals, but we should take a point, and we'll need to show better at Celtic Park to get some points. As long as we win all of our home games, I think that Celtic will do fine in this competition. How is there ads? There shouldn't be. Decent result, could have been better, but we held on at the end. Probably the best I've seen Benji play for us. You've got to say that run for Benji. I think the one player tonight that was getting man-marked was Tenekti. He wasn't as effective as he was at the weekend, and people say, well, it was only Partick Thistle who was playing at the weekend. Rio Hatate, maybe the reason that Tenekti wasn't as effective as he was, because the passing for Rio Hatate in the first half, you've got to remember, everyone was shouting at half time to get Rio Hatate off the pitch, because Rio Hatate was completely woeful the first half. I mean, it is a fantastic result. We shouldn't be talking about the atmosphere at the stadium was shite, says Stuart Ramsey. Get skills out of my club, says Thomas. Home wins are crucial. Not much room for draws at home. No, there's not. And where can Celtic end up is the ultimate. Here comes the Brendan Rodgers spin. Good points, some decent chances. Peter Hughes says, how do they get a spanny? A spanny? What's a spanny, Peter? A spanner. That's moderators who have been on just to keep the Huns out, to be honest. Let me just see some of the other comments come out. Braga beat Feyenoord 1-0. Ooh, Braga beat Feyenoord. Let me see some of the other score lines in Europe tonight. Let me just go here. Europa. The first round of matches in Europa this... Why is it going back so far? Jesus. Match day 1. Sturm Graz got beat 2-0. Tel Aviv drew 0-0. Braga got beat by Feyenoord. Malmo got beat. Real Betis, Nottingham Forest 2-2. Ange Postecoglou drawing in Europe with Nottingham Forest after being 2-1 up. It's got to be said. Basel getting beat as well. Celtic drawn. Dynamo Zagreb winning against Fenerbahce. That's an interesting result. And Nice versus Roma. That was 2-1 to Roma. What does that do to the table? Dynamo Zagreb are top. Celtic are in 9th position as it stands tonight. That is an interesting one. I would have rather get the win. There is a long way to go in the competition, especially when you've got the likes of Aston Villa, Bologna, Celta Vigo still to play, Genk, Sevco, Panathinaikos, Porto, RB Salzburg, Stuttgart, and lots of other teams. So, as it stands, it's been a good night all round. Man of the match. Who's your man of the match for Celtic? God, that's a hard one. Is it Donovan? Would you say that Donovan was man of the match for Celtic tonight? Let me just jump with some of these comments. Thought Benji looked quite weak tonight. Your grand could have saved his free kicks. Honestly, I think Tati and Dyson have run their race at Celtic. Yes, they have. Basel 3, Olives 30. Cracking scoreline that. Is that the Italian Basel against the Spanish Olives? Game by game, let's not go ahead of ourselves. Yeah, it's true. Our problems were largely our midfield. I would say our problems were largely the way that we were set up. The 4-3-3 wasn't working. Brendan Rodgers knew it wasn't working. Brendan Rodgers made the changes at half time to the change of formation. Donovan 100%. Tell me your man of the match. I'm going for Donovan. Donovan or Kelechi. Kelechi comes on and makes a massive change. The goal, Michelle's going for Donovan or Kelechi. We've got to win the next 2 games at home now. Yes, we do. It's of paramount importance that we win the next 2 games at home. Kyle, man of the match. Man of the match, Scales or Carter Vickers? Oi, oi, oi. What's going on with player Yang? There must be an academy player better than Yang. Yeah, you would think so. Young Donovan for me, man of the match. Yeah, he's man of the match all day long for me. All day long. Man of the match. Mary's saying Scales for man of the match. That's an interesting one. I've gained depression watching Celtics Scotland. Kevin says young Donovan is man of the match for him. The Bricky isn't getting back into the team, lol. I tell you one thing, Alistair Johnson's going to have his work cut out. I think Alistair Johnson will get back in, but I tell you, it's good for the young lad. It was good for Kelechi getting his goal for Celtic tonight. There's lots of positives to take about the game. Let's talk about the positives, because there's going to be a lot of negativity around the game coming up at the weekend against Hibernian. You'll obviously get the Celtic fans wanting to demonstrate against the board and everything. But an away draw, the first game in a European competition, yes, it's only the Europa. But when you look at the team that it was against, a lot of fans that were going to the game weren't too convinced that we could get something, because they know the stadium, they know the fans, they know the atmosphere that can be created. Luckily for us, that none of that happened tonight. Young Donovan, great young Celt to come through. Yeah, he is that. Tell the Red Star manager Jamesy Cotter wants his jacket back. Oh Jesus! And then Michelle sending Celtic Botox for her wrinkles. Excellent result, says Pubcat. Man of the match, Liam Scale, says John. Quite a few different man of the matches. Oh. Johan Malby. Why have they got a Hun on the bench? They've got two Celtic ex-players and a Hun supporter commentating. Always the same. Always the same. TalkSport host can piss off. Celtic go on and manage 1-1 draw against Real Star. Jesus, that's why you don't go on it. AJ was watching Brentford Newcastle game. Yeah, is he the next to be spoken about that wants out the door? Anyway, that's us done and dusted for tonight. It was a very interesting game. Celtic managed to get an away draw in Europe. Nothing big, you might say, but it was against Red Star Belgrade, who do have a reputation of being really hard to beat at their home ground. They've only lost something like 5 games in so many games at home, but Celtic had it all to do. Brendan Rodgers, and would agree with a lot of the fans that the first half was absolutely diabolical. A lot of the fans on here were calling for big changes to be made at half time. Brendan Rodgers made the changes at half time, took off Dyson Maeda. Nobody would have expected him to take off Dyson Maeda. Chilpel says Brendan Rodgers never changes anything. Scales my man of the match, says Paul Beard. Casper needs dropped to the bench, says Kevin. Good night all, says Celtic Girl. If you can't win, don't lose. Simple. Yes, and on that note, Scotland's happy with the draw, and Mikey Boy, he gets the last comment of the night, saying if you can't win, don't lose. Simple. On that note, I'll see you back here tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp. Celtic part-time. There's been quite a lot of people on the live. About nearly 8,000 people. Not too bad. Have a fantastic evening, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world. Gorbals, I know we should have won the game.